What up, YouTube? Christmas Prime here, back at you with another video review. First of all, I'm going to apologize for my lack of videos lately. I've gotten caught up in my back-to-school business, although I don't go back till the 18th. But, today I've had a pretty interesting day. I'm going to be out of town on my birthday, so we decided to have my party today. Some good friends and family, and, one of my friends was kind enough to get me a movie that he knew I had really liked. But unfortunately, though, I did not yet own on DVD. So he was very fortunate enough to get this for me. I've seen it on DirecTV a couple of times. I think it's a really good movie. One of those really good, touching films that I really, I really enjoy. And I could watch several times and not get bored of. But here we go. Today we'll be having a look at The Secret World of Arrietty. Now, for those of you who are unaware of the story, this movie is based on a book called The Borrowers, which was written back in 1952. This is not the first movie adaptation of the story. In 1997, there was a movie made in the UK called a British film called The Borrowers, and I really did not like that. It showed all the borrowers living in a single home, and personally, they made Arrietty look like a clown. In my opinion, that movie was ass. If you want to see a good movie representation of the book, see this one. But on to the story. Everyone, I'm pretty sure, is familiar with the story of the borrowers. Basically, they're these little people who are no more than 4 inches tall, and they're called borrowers because they borrow things that they need to survive. Just basic things like sugar, soap, cookies, just things that we won't miss if they're missing. And Arrietty is a small 14-year-old girl who is new to the borrowing since she had not yet done it, and on her first night borrowing, she's seen by the boy here, Sean, who is known as Sho in the Japanese version. And in her attempts to kind of tell them to leave them alone and they don't really need him, they form some sort of friendship, which apparently attracts the attention of some people of both worlds, his and hers. So let's have a look at the case. One thing you're going to notice right on the top, it says a Studio Ghibli film. For those of you that don't know what Studio Ghibli is, something is wrong with you. Studio Ghibli is a famous Japanese anime company. They've made these, very few of them have been released in the theaters, but they've done several different famous pieces, like 2 of them are mentioned here on the top, Spirited Away and Ponyo. Also, they've done Howl's Moving Castle, which was one of my personal favorites. But looking at the case art, as Disney presents a Studio Ghibli film, The Secret World of Arrietty, and you have the main characters, voice actresses there, Bridget Mendler, David Henry, Amy Poehler, Will Arnett, Moises Arias, and Carol Burnett. Here you see the picture from the posters with Arrietty walking behind the spices with a cube of sugar and a spoon, and there's Sean overlooking. I don't remember her ever. She did not use a spoon at all in the movie. She did get a cube of sugar, she did not use a spoon. And also, she only carried that lantern for a split for, once. That sounds there on the bottom, based on the award-winning novel, The Borrowers. Disney DVD. On the side, you have kind of a combination of colors. Blue here on the top, yellow when you have The Secret World of Arrietty written in blue. And there you have, again, the picture on the cover. On the back, you have a couple of different screenshots from the film. You see Arrietty showing her mother Homily her first borrowing, which was her pin weapon that she uses as a sword. I believe this image is mirrored, but Arrietty with Nia, and a scene where Arrietty is telling Sean that she's been seen and borrowers aren't supposed to be seen. There's also a brief read here which says, "Discover the secret world of Arrietty where imagination comes to life. The studio that brought you Ponyo and the Academy Award-winning Spirited Away once again delivers a heartwarming tale of friendship and courage in a beautiful animation. In a secret world hidden beneath the floorboards, little people called borrowers live quietly among us. But when tenacious and tiny Arrietty is discovered by Sean, a human boy, their secret and forbidden friendship blossoms into an extraordinary adventure." Featuring the voices of Disney Channel's Bridget Mendler and David Henry, and comedic all-stars Will Arnett, Amy Poehler, and Carol Burnett, and based on the award-winning novel The Borrowers, The Secret World of Arrietty will delight families of all sizes. I think it's safe to say on DirecTV, I've probably watched this movie 10 times, like 2 times in a row each. and I have not gotten bored of this movie. Only 2 special features on here, Summertime by Bridget Mendler, the music video, as well as the making of it. I've listened to the song, like, probably 4 or 5 times now, not counting the time it was played during the end credits, and it just doesn't really, appeal to me. I just really can't really see Bridget Mendler, the girl who does the voice of Arrietty, really doing it. I mean, I've heard the song. It's not something I really like. I mean, it's okay, but maybe this takes a while to hang on. I have only watched the music video once. And it also has a couple of technical specifications to film content only. Widescreen 1.85:1, enhanced for 16:9 televisions. Audio English and French 5.1 Dolby Digital. Japanese 5.1 Dolby Digital. Original production audio. English, ESL, and SDH, and French subtitles. I'll get to the part about Japan later. Rated G for all ages. Crack it open. Here you see the disc, which is something that not many movies have been giving us lately. Most DVD discs, they just have a blank gray disc with the movie logo embossed somewhere about here. I like that we have an actual design on the disc, although I do believe this actually comes from the Blu-ray DVD combo. And anyway, there's also the Disney Movie Rewards stuff, but the codes on the other side I don't feel like giving them away. But, anyway, as I had mentioned before, there was a Japanese version. Was that released before or after? Well, before. This film was originally released in Japan back in 2010, simply titled Arrietty. Same story, same plot, but it had a few changes to it. For one, Sean was not called Sean in the Japanese version. That was his name in the book, but not in the Japanese version. They had briefly changed it to Sho, which I'm guessing is short for Shotaro. All the borrowers, Arrietty, Homily, Pod, and Spiller, I believe their names stayed the same. This was actually quite a popular movie in Japan. If you were lucky to get the first printing of the movie, whether it be on Blu-ray or DVD or the combo pack, one thing was included was a wearable replica of Arrietty's orange hair clip. So for any female fans of the movie out there or fellow cosplayers, they could use that in their hair. Me being a guy, and I don't really have really long hair, I actually just got a haircut. I have no purpose for that. But maybe I could be Sean, because my hair is a dark shade of color. But, also in comment on the music, I would recommend listening to the original Japanese soundtrack done by Cecile Corbel. The songs I would recommend, obviously Arrietty's song, Our House Below, and The Neglected Garden. I would highly recommend you listen to the Japanese soundtrack, because I personally enjoy that one a little more than the American soundtrack with Bridget Mendler. I mean, it's an okay song, but I wouldn't recommend it. But if you are interested in it, it is available as the download on iTunes, and is also available as a ringtone. But, another big thing that this movie got a stamp of approval from so many is that, I still have the wrapper from it, and this was on it. Certified Fresh by Rotten Tomatoes. It's rare when that happens. When there's a movie that's, like, really that good. It really is a really good movie. The Borrowers is a good children's novel. I think several people have read it at least once. And this is a movie I would highly recommend. As I said before, I've seen it who knows how many million times. I've loved it every time. And I've actually written a little bit of Arrietty fanfiction. I'm not gonna say that here. I don't want to really give away the story. I really don't want to bore you, but I would highly recommend this movie. It can be bought anywhere at, Walmart, Target, Best Buy has a couple copies. I think FYE has it under their anime section. But I would recommend this movie. It's a really good one. I enjoy the story. So I guess that's about it. Later, guys. I am out of here.